Oh, hello. Welcome, treasures.
Reba?
Hi everyone, it's Lilo again. Boy, has it been hot traveling through the desert. Our group traveled around the mountain, got to the cult hideout, but they'd already left. We found a discarded map that told us the location of where they'd been searching, and so we've decided to head out and meet them. We traveled for a long time, and we got kind of crafty, using some of our own supplies to travel at night and stay out of the worst of the heat. Finally, we came across a large camp of what we believe to be cultists, and that's where we're going to pick up today's session. See you later.
All right. So you guys are off in the desert. You are a good few miles away from the camp at this point. Um, and it is the beginning of the night. The sun is going down. You have rested throughout the day. How do you wish to proceed?
Um, what was our
You've
goal
already
with?
gotten a rest. The beginning of the night is when you're traveling.
Yeah, we're traveling at night to avoid the heat.
Corn, what were you saying?
What was our intention with the camp that we're approaching?
It's all a question. I think we're after the same thing they're after, right? So whether it's like wait for them to find it and steal it from them, or
We definitely don't want to wait for them to find it.
so then what do we want to sneak past them and try to get ahead of them? I mean,
Mm, yeah, let's go ahead and try and sneak past them. I think.
Successful stealth mission.
well, we have a lot of abilities. Like as far as like we already have our camp, our cult tent, and we already have some awares of what cultists wear. So
We want to try and disguise ourselves and sneak in.
I mean, just in case, right? Like better to walk in than I mean, because we're not going to sneak past them. Some of us have really heavy armor.
We can take it off.
Donning and doffing is a thing, which I've been very generous about during combats and rest.
What if there's some way we can make a distraction to get them to move away from where the stuff is?
That might be a really good idea.
The challenge is, how do you distract an entire camp of people looking for something? What kind of distraction, though?
The one dead body's not going to get the whole group.
Could do both.
Does anybody have any spells that allow them to make noise or mirages or visual stuff?
That's what I was just checking in my book of mischief.
Yeah.
Hey
Do
Theo.
you use the book to manage mischief?
I like the reference. Theo, how well do you think you could pull off being a cult member who found the sword? Like, if we pretended that there was just some random sword you found, we dress it up, and you're like, "Hey, look, I found the sword." Do you think you could do that and then disappear subtly if you needed to?
I
think I'm looking for
could
a
do
ring.
it. I don't think.
Corin, give me a No, I'll clarify because Corin would know this. Um, the sword is the sword that the mage.
Wait, what about the mage? I missed that one word.
Sorry,
For it.
when you guys were in Asengo, the tribe leader gave the sword to Zeta, the cult mage, and then she did all kinds of insane shit and then disappeared on you guys. They're not looking for the sword; they have the sword, or you believe that Zeta has the sword.
Okay. So then they're looking for
The Ring of
the Ring of
Wishes.
Wishes.
I'm sorry. Is Cor?
Good on my end.
Yeah.
Good on my end too.
In that case, I think we need. I think the idea of dressing up as cultists, not necessarily going in order to take anything, but just get eyes on whose tents are where. If there's any leadership here, we could do some assassination, or at least we know where the leadership was. Be a good place to start. Maybe steal some of their notes. Kill their leaders if their leaders have stuff we want. Yeah, we can just a couple of us dress up like cultists, walk through the camp, and lift the fog of war so we can make a better plan.
So, are you guys still at the campground at this point, kind of discussing your plans for the day?
Yes.
Okay.
I agree. I also think that I could be helpful here. Mostly because, like Theo, if things go batty, I have a way out.
I think we should say
And also,
because you guys can.
very convincing.
You guys are the sneaky ones, or sneakier, convincier ones.
I can take someone with us. Because I can use Dimension Door to wig us both out. Me and someone else. You know?
What's the range of Dimension Door?
I was just checking that, and it seems pretty extensive. You can teleport yourself from your current location to other spot 500 feet. And I can go 200 feet straight downward or upward to the northwest at a 45-degree angle, 300 feet.
Only to the northwest?
I don't know. I think that's an example of, like, diagonalist.
Okay. I'm like, that's really specific.
Yeah, it's an example of just being, like, specific when you cast it.
Okay.
So, but, like, I can also go down, but I don't think down in this situation is beneficial for me. Because that could
who knows?
Mhm.
Could be really dangerous, yeah.
Yeah, there's a shot.
Or you could.
No, because I have to be able to see it.
That just happened.
No, I think
200 feet directly down.
I'd have to know it's there first, because you have to be able to see it, or you can visualize it, like, on the other side of a door.
Right.
That's
Alrighty.
really cool though.
So what's the game plan?
We don the cult gear and we head into camp.
Everybody, some of you.
Corin will not be trying to disguise himself as a cult member. He tends to attract attention with the whole wings, armed wings thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably a good move.
I mean, they're a pretty accepting crowd. They have fish
Yeah.
people.
But I think you'd remember that, right? This desert crowd. You'd remember if one of your mates was
Well,
Raven.
that and a metal man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange company stands out.
And don't forget the dwarf in heavy armor with a crying baby impaled on his stick. I mean, baby head.
So, really, like, two of you don't immediately stand out.
Guys want to
And I think
Surprise!
I want to point out that the entire time we've been traveling, I've been seeing asleep most of his downtime. Frickin' sand everywhere.
In my tail. So I spent the last 3 years training it.
What, you don't use your dust cover?
LOL.
What's up? No.
What should I do?
Would be a good idea.
Seem to get in the way. Master Roshi told me the only way to make things better.
Whose mic is that?
Sorry, my kids are watching cartoons.
So, we've determined that not everybody's going to make the trip.
I think Theo, Lilo, and Holman, did you say you wanted to go? All right, cool. The weird boys will stay back while the normies go and blend.
Are you guys all going to stay back the several miles away from it, or are you guys going to all move forward and then two people go in?
I was gonna say I think we should all like get closer at least,
Yeah,
not step all the way back.
fine.
No, I agree. It's important.
Jeff flew for 2 hours to get to it last time.
let me?
I'll say that's fair.
Okay. You guys make it to just outside of the campsite. You're still a fair distance away. None of you guys can currently see it, but you can tell that it's just over the ridge based off of the light of the campfires. Theo and Lilo. Theo, presumably you're going invisible.
Well, I think
How
you
far
should
is the
save
water?
invisibility till we have to dip out.
It'd be a
Okay.
good strategy.
And how are you guys traveling? Are you guys just traveling by moonlight? Do you have torches?
Moonlight.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree.
As you climb up the dune to get a better sight of the better view of the campsite, give me a stealth check.
While we're coming up over the thing, and I'm trying to get to my stealth check, don't worry. Do we see patrols?
You have not come across any so far. Why did you roll for Holman?
Apologies.
Lilo, roll a d4. Okay. As you come over the dune, you see that there are various tents scattered, and there is a tower that has been dug out. It looks like they have cleared all of the loose sand and gotten to the actual hard rock of the desert, and they have dug out a spot where a large tower is sticking out. You see what looks like possibly the top floor of the tower.
Well, Theo, I think it's time we make our advance.
Point, it's really a cloak on a.
You can see that there are various guards stood all around. They appear like the black guards you've seen in the past, but they have different armor. It looks like it has lots of coverings on it to protect from the heat of and overheating their armor. You see that there are some livestock, like the camp is, or the cult is planning to be here for a little while. You see great campfires and a couple of smaller ones spread throughout the camp. You see that there are blackguards as well as several mages roaming around through the camp, and some lower level fanatics that seem to be tending to the cooking and various things that have to happen to make the camp run.
So our cult outfits don't match what they're wearing.
Nope.
Also, they're very well established.
Yep. They've had time to dig this tower out.
In that case, it might be much more
revise the plan?
feasible. Yes. That's what I'm thinking too. This might
We
be
just
much
did
more
a whole.
feasible for you to do
We
in
just
this
did a
goal.
whole lot of. Oh hell no!
Well, you guys don't want to fight like 10 black guards?
Honestly,
with like
I'm
6
not
mages?
worried about fighting them. Honestly, I think we could take them fairly decent. But it's gonna be a pain in the. I can go in and try to like kill a couple of the mages first.
Honestly, just go in and see if you can figure out
They're
if
slave
they found
traders.
it here.
It's like
You know what I
the
mean?
least I could do.
Don't get cocky. That's all I'm saying. You already know what Zeta is vaguely capable of.
I am all for trying to get in here, guys. But this looks like it's probably gonna.
I kind of feel like a fight is what we're going to need to do.
I propose
I can.
let's all make it in as far as we take this.
Theo, you and Lilo are the only ones there. I believe Lilo stated she retreated.
We are
Or your
telepathically bonded.
well,
Hmm.
fair enough. I don't recall it, but I'll give it to you.
This was a thing that was.
No, I remember it being said. Just to be safe.
Oh, why?
Okay, so you're all telepathically bonded.
What we can do is to see when they're like. All groups are gonna have times when they're resting, so they'll have less troops up and alert, and when they'll have more. I mean, are they like us? Are they doing nighttime shifts? Are they doing daytime shifts?
We have
That's kind
so
of.
we have cults want to act like
What's our message?
we caught some of the priority.
Never used that before.
Go back.
Well, I mean, like, they don't know we're here. There's still intel gathering opportunities here. I'm just saying, like, originally our plan was swoop in. That's clearly not going to work. If we wait here a day, maybe, and have some of us surveil, we have a good chance of learning a lot about how the camp works before we try to make any plans. Because clearly making plans without any knowledge was a total waste of time.
No, that's fair. And if they want to make
We're in the night right now, but
very bright map.
yeah, well, I thought it was gonna be daytime. Give me a second.
But we can wait till someone is dark feathered. Ooh. Oh play.
All right, it's nighttime.
Oh I know, fool.
Well, we can do shifts of surveillance. Right now it's nighttime. It might be.
Alright. DM, how far of a 10-minute 5.
You just came over the dune on the outside, so it's like yeah, like 5 minutes.
Alright, you Philo, do you wanna stay up here? Roll around.
Sure, but I'm definitely going to drop down to reduce my silhouette. And then, yeah, I don't mind doing some general surveillance.
Is this like the last dude?
I'm sorry, say again.
Is this like the last dune, or is there still some kind of some cover?
It would be advisable.
I'll throw up my all of the
You wanted nighttime. I gave you nighttime.
yes, but I forgot to take into playing
Are you approaching? Where are you approaching from? The southeast.
South. I want to go between these guys. They seem to have like.
The play. You are invisible, so give me a stealth check at advantage. Your best work, but nobody appears to see you going into the camp.
Theo, while you're at it, I know. Why don't you see how easy or not easy it would be to poison the food source? But don't do that. Just observe, because that might be a great strategy to nick some of them in the butt.
I think the key thing Lilo is stressing is that your mission is to gather intel right now, not try to kill everybody in the camp.
Yes, don't let them know we're here, but
Lilo,
it
not
might
that
be
it's our
useful
mission
to
right
know.
now, but do you happen to have any of that good poison on?
Just put some shit in their water.
It doesn't take much.
Did you say
You
put
don't have to
some
kill
shit
them.
in their water or shit
you don't
in
have
their
to-
water?
Either one.
Either or.
Get shit into the water, and basically nobody's gonna die. I mean, a couple people might get dehydrated enough and die, but that's like 60% of your effectiveness gone.
Yeah, Giardia is a bitch.
Yeah,
And in
this
the
is
desert,
the
it
whole
can
party
be
can
lethal.
chip in here. We are bond telepathically.
I feel like your ass can handle this just fine.
I'm picturing Jeff and Holman sitting there next to Corin, and everybody's quiet, having this conversation in their mind, and just watching the facial expressions.
I'm gonna be counting everyone I see. I wanna walk behind the just to get a rough head count. I am trying to stay out of line of sight as much as I.
You give me another stealth check as you're going through the camp, and give me a perception check.
Don't forget to identify the water source.
You're doing better. Your perception check? You estimate there to be approximately 44 individuals in the camp.
Does it seem like mostly cult affiliated people, or does captives? Well,
You estimate the half of the forces to be support, though everyone is capable of fighting. Fanatics and tribals making up the lower half. You see that various mages appear to be the ones that are not seated down having meals are either in tents or walking between tents discussing like they have paperwork in their hand stuff and they're talking seem to be very intent, and all the blackguards appear to be on fairly high notice. They seem to be pretty aware of their surroundings.
is there any sense for any commanders in the stand out?
Give me another perception check.
Lilo, you can cast silence, right?
I can cast blindness and deafness, but no silence. I typically like to be heard.
You believe the tent with the circle on it is Zeta's. A lot of the mages are going in and out of that tent, though you haven't directly seen Zeta.
Where does seem
They keep lamb and sheep for meat. And you see that cult fanatics are going in and out of the tent, with the square one bringing supplies to those that are cooking and putting fresh pitchers of water out for the tables where people are eating.
is there like a? Can I take a?
Give me a stealth check. Yeah, you see that there are several barrels of water, some wine and mead, and also like dry storage for grains, beans, things like that.
People in the tent?
Yes. Yes. There's a rather scrawny man with a clipboard. Clipboard-like thing.
Theo really think not right now. He's gonna go ahead and go ahead. Same way out, making sure I'm right.
Yeah, give me one final stealth check to leave. Hey, you seem to have made it out of the camp unnoticed. And you're able to return to the party. Your excursion took you approximately an hour. So you have most of the night, well, half of the night-ish to play with.
Okay, so we know that the sword person is here, correct?
Yes.
Unconfirmed.
Okay, we
But we believe so.
strongly believe.
Yeah.
So, did you hear by any chance anything or see anything that indicated they were close to getting the little ringy thing that they're trying to get? Did you hear or see anything that indicated they were close to getting the ring? Because if not, I think sort of like subterfuge warfare, destroy their food supplies, meh, that kind of like, especially if you can do it inconspicuously.
I didn't hear
Like,
any
fever.
specific progress. Where they open.
No, you just noticed that the mages did seem to be working quite like with a lot of vigor. They seemed excited about something.
They definitely like they were had some breakthroughs, enthusiastic.
Well, does seem to be a lot of them. Maybe if there's some way we could divide and conquer them.
Definitely a lot of them.
$44 by my.
Was that a groan?
That was my stomach.
I was gonna say, it sounded like a stomach.
Damn.
Was that 44 people total in the camp or 44 black guards in the camp?
I counted 44. Seemed like roughly half were there. The other half seemed. Wouldn't say they could.
Okay. So, I don't know, we have to somehow find a way to reduce that number. Because then they'll just war of attrition us, and it'll be very hard for us to win. But if we can whittle that number down before the actual combat gets started, I think that's really good for us.
Murder them quietly.
Between. Speaking of quiet murder,
I think we should shit in their food and water.
I like that plan too.
Well, we can do that too, but like, well, we can take a day to do this. You know, let them get sick and then burn their stuff and then attack them when they've got, nothing and they're all sick.
Especially if we can convince them it's one of their own that's doing it. You know what I mean? Like, somebody's trying to, someone within us is a rat or something. That seems really effective, especially because it'll make them not trust each other. And, if you can sneak in there and... Oh, that would have been good.
1 second.
Also, if you can nab some outfits, then we can dress up as them. I think we have more than one target at this place.
yeah,
Once the combat begins, I have sort of a really sneaky idea. I don't know if you guys are interested. My tiny hut ability? If I can get into the temple or some central location, I can tiny hut us. And then as long as it takes 1 minute, I checked. And then after that, they can't get in. As long as I stay in, their objects and themselves cannot get in.
But that's
There's no breaky
rounds.
breaks. I know, it's sort of like a before combat thing, I think. Yeah, it's true.
Okay, we have a lot of plans from no consensus.
You guys know my vote.
Oh, right. How long does it take for that to set in?
I'm all for the shit in the well thing.
Let me check.
Like how our current
How do you
plan
even
is.
search that?
I'm sorry. I like how our current plan is.
Well, at the very least, it would be E. coli. And that takes 3 to 4 days after eating or drinking. Yeah. Incubation
Definitely
period
see E.
for-
coli.
Incubation period for diarrhegenic E. coli infections other than STEC ranges from 8 hours to 3 days. Median incubation period of STEC infection 3 to 4 days with a range of 1 to 10.
Kinds of fun stuff you can get from eating poo.
Yeah, so if you're carrying the right strain around in your ass, you've got a poison that will take effect within as little as 8 hours.
You definitely.
And we can increase our odds by mixing the load.
It's a collective effort, a collective push, if you will.
Okay, but you're all forgetting a very crucial thing. Theo does not want to carry a bucket of shit into the camp
Just
and then
keep it
have
on a
to
stick.
ladle said shit into barrels of water.
We all shit in a pile, and you get a stick, and you just sort of smear the stick in the shit, and then that's your shit stick.
Could also put it in water. Somebody has an extra water skin, you could put it in there, and then you just gotta like squirt.
Ooh, that's a good
I've-
idea.
This conversation is so fun, and my Google search history is just forever traumatized. But it looks like on an average, it's about 48 hours for symptoms to begin showing for most of the bacterias that you can get from eating shit. Never thought I'd be searching
And
that.
this action, in 2 days, we will have at least caused the stir in the population, and while they're trying to figure out what's wrong, I would say like in 2.5 days, they'll at least be
Really
demoralized.
trying
So
to
that means
stir
that
the
we can.
pot, huh?
To add, so while the E. coli infection is setting in, we can do fucked up stuff like murder in the night and like steal people's stuff and put it in other people's bags just to fuck with them.
Yeah, exactly. We can make them. So each night, so one night you drop the shit, the second night you steal from one person, give to another, and steal from one person and give to another. Right? And like the third night, they should be feeling it. That's when they're starting to get sick, so if we really want to mess with them, we can do something else. Like that's the day we burn the food, and we leave
Alright,
behind the calling card or some cheeky thing.
Who said something about a helmet?
Bucket.
You just,
I'm telling you.
like, we're in the desert. You just make a hole in the sand.
I'm joking. So who's
But how is the hole going to be transported to the water source?
I am literally gonna
I think you should put it
tearing
in a
up
water
shit.
skin.
Like Austin
I think you should
Powers
put it in a water
coffee.
skin. That way you
Shit,
can
no.
seal the smell.
How about? Oh,
You know?
I see what you're saying. Put the poo in a water skin. That's a great idea.
Yes, just because it seals it. I mean, that's it for that water skin. But like the problem with walking around with the shitty sticks is you're gonna smell.
And there's a
What?
tripping hazard.
So it doesn't take very much poo. About 1 gram of poop, about the weight of a fish hook, can contaminate millions of virus particles.
Coleman, that
And
is
it only takes 10 to 100 viruses to get sick. Oh, my search history.
Coleman, that is a rational plan. We're not doing.
Yeah, we're shit stirring.
Okay, so but we know this is the plan. So I'll dig the hole. I'll
I
take a
can-
shit. Don't forget, over the course of this night, everyone shit in the shithole.
I got a secondary idea to that. Still shit idea. I can cast conjure animals and like let a couple cats wander in and have the cats shit in their shit too. Because then they can also
Rats.
get.
You need to have rats eat their food. Because then there's like rat pellets and stuff, and it looks kind of natural, you know?
Okay, wait.
I
Can
don't
we
know.
stop before we start bringing down locusts and killing their firstborn children? Let's do
an option?
the poo stick
Somebody
and
had
let's
that spell?
not do the end of the world.
No, I'm saying the poo stick's great for day one. Day two, rats in like eating the food or whatever, contaminating the food. Rats covered in shit contaminating the food.
Honestly, I
Yes.
Day 3 is an insect plague. In
No.
10 days, they'll be begging us to let them free.
No, on
We
day
do-
4 we're gonna be killing their firstborn. Like,
No, on day 4, I can turn the water into blood. I mean, granted, it's an illusion. But still,
We do rats.
Biblical.
We do rats day 1 along with poo stick, because then like if they see the rat turds in their partially eaten food, maybe they'll try to wash it and get it more infected with the poo water, and then they have double ingestion of poo water.
I love it.
okay, shit in a
And
hole.
if the
This
food tastes
discussion's
iffy, is that
gone
because of the rat?
far.
I mean, I've already
Woman
pooped,
would like
so chop chop, homies.
How is shitting in a hole the second most tame idea?
Hey, DM, there's my Constitution's throw for taking a shit.
Yeah, everybody roll for Constitution. But this is like golf. The lower the score, the more fucked the poo.
I might be good at this then, guys.
It's the least healthy person.
Which is the cleric so far. All right, Lilo and Holman coming through with the dumpster fires.
Oh, guys, I always roll horribly, so this is right up my shtick.
Just wine and communion crackers.
Theo is silently crying. What has...
That might be my favorite part.
Yeah, Lilo's
of it.
about
We
to
just
run
told
into
him,
a camp
okay,
with a
Theo,
poo
go take
stick,
shit
like-
stick.
Like the fucking Olympic torch.
Does anyone... something?
What the? Yes, it is integrated. I can take it off, but it is integrated. I just have to
Wait.
spend it.
I was gonna say, yeah, it wasn't initially integrated, but Jeff integrated it when it got some upgrades.
Yeah, like I can still take it off. I just have to like do some little fucking metal work on my arm.
Okay, so Theo, are you taking the poo stick back in the same night of your surveillance? He views 1 hour of invisibility.
The invisibility of the
Yeah,
Are
I'm
the
about
food
to go.
supplies and the water supplies in the same place? Question.
Yes, the food and water is afraid.
He looks like the less. So if you remember the accountant, the old accountant who's like beat up, this guy looks like the greasier version, like the older, greasier version of that.
Well,
It's too bad we don't have a way to put him to sleep.
once I approach, same.
Wait. Before you're leaving, I'm gonna cast 7 animals, and I'm gonna summon 8 rats. I'm gonna tell the rats to like climb up your cloak and like hang on to your legs or your back as you walk in, so that way once you get in, they can kind of like scurry off.
Okay, hold on. So not only is he carrying a stinky poo stick, but he is going to have 8 chattering rats strapped to his ball sack.
You're not doing
Okay,
that.
the fucking hi.
Yeah, they're all going to go to the warmest, most secure, enclosed place they can find, too.
Like a sack of flour and like
Let me
beans and
winks.
stuff.
Let me winks.
I was thinking more in his pants while he's trying to move.
All right, so I think you are going to forfeit your advantage here for in stealth. I think that's fair because it's going to be hard for you to keep quiet, all the rats to keep quiet, and Stinky Poo Stick.
Have him throw animal handling for the rats to bite him.
I mean, you could let the rats go whenever you think is good. I just think it'd be, especially since there's only 8 of them, like if like 8 rats just scurried up out of nowhere. Like if you got them into a tent, then it could be like, oh, they like buried or fucking they're around somewhere. This is just their little family.
So, Theo, animal handling check for the rats, and stealth check when you go to enter.
Don't fail me now.
Well done. Animal handling. Gotta keep your friends calm. Okay. The rats seem to be well nestled, and nobody appears to notice you. Give me another stealth check for entering the tent. And perception check. The man appears to be falling into sleep. He's in a very light slumber as you enter the tent.
Gonna let my animal.
Give me an animal handling check. Um, one of them doesn't want to get out of your pants.
Out.
Okay. You see that the water is corked up.
How big of?
Not at all. It's like one that they take on and off all the time.
That's what I would. Pop it off.
So gross.
You all caused this. This is because of y'all.
Modern warfare. It's modern warfare.
Honestly,
This is not the direction I thought we were going to take.
It's
I'm
actually,
pretty proud of this idea.
Yeah, and the whole rats. I mean, they use the poison dart frogs on their arrows. I
They
mean,
used
and as
to
far back as the
yield
Native Americans and the pox blankets.
You get a bite on your inner leg, Theo. All right. Um, grim mission accomplished, I think.
other.
There is a barrel of, so there's like several barrels of water. You dipped it in the already opened one, and there is 2 barrels of wine and 2 barrels of ale. Your stealth check, no advantage. Okay. You have been in the tent for approximately 5 minutes. You feel like it's likely somebody will come in soon. What do you wish to do? And one final stealth check for leaving the camp. This isn't how I pictured this was going to go down. Animal handling check. Yes, he comes out though.
I was gonna say you dropped a dude anyways.
Yeah, it didn't matter. Theo's got a bite on the inside of his leg to show, but he survives. Might need to clean his invisibility cloak. There's probably some poo on the inside. Theo makes it back to the party. The well has been poisoned.
Underrated.
Yeah.
I was just going to suggest now might be a good time to retreat a bit. I'm in agreement.
Wait, you were doing that during your active period?
Oh.
Remember, we're traveling at night, so night is your active hours right now. It's not your rest time.
They're getting.
Um, everybody give me a survival check to find a suitable and hidden campground. Strong start.
Well, all their drinks are gonna be a bit.
Ugh.
I mean, if this goes bad.
Guys, do not find a good campground.
Hearth of Moon
You
and
feel like if anybody comes around, you will be exposed. And that you definitely need a minimum of 2 guards.
Hearth of Moon and Shadow.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Hold on.
Actually, let me check if there has to be moonlight for that, because if there does, then we can't do it during the day.
That's exactly what I was looking up because of the name of it. It's Hearth, right?
Yes. Da, 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 da.
It's an ability or it's a spell?
It's an ability. It just says, home can be wherever you are during a short or long rest. You can invoke the shadowy power of the gloaming court.
Hmm. And what is it? What is it reading?
Uh, you can, use the shadowy power of the gloaming court to help guard your respite. At the start of the rest, you touch a point in space, and an invisible 30-foot radius sphere of magic appears, centered on that point. Total cover blocks the sphere. While within the sphere, you and your allies gain a +5 bonus to dexterity, stealth, and wisdom perception checks, and any light from open flames in the sphere, all campfire torches or the like, isn't visible outside it. You get that?
I'm just thinking, where is it at in your character sheet? Oh, it's in Eric's character sheet, not Jeff's.
Yeah.
Total cover blocks the sphere. That line is weird.
That is kind of weird, actually.
Because it says it itself is invisible, and it only says that torches and campfires are not visible outside of it. But it says total cover blocks the sphere. Yeah, I don't know. 1 second.
What I, the way I interpret it is like, the sphere is invisible to us, and it just kind of makes it look like the surrounding terrain, like adaptive camouflage type thing.
There's actually a couple of people that seem to be asking sort of the same question.
The reasoning that I think that is that's why it gives you the advantage on the stealth checks, because it's like if someone ended up like inspecting it near it, like they could still hear you, but you have advantage because technically it doesn't look like you're there. But if they were to like break through it, then it's the illusion is broken.
Okay, it says, although invisible, the bubble provides full cover and blocks light from open flames. It also, so if it's full cover, then you're not visible behind it or inside of it. So then it's not really invisible. But anyway, it's fine.
That's why I said like more like adaptive camouflage type thing.
Yeah, we're gonna play it that way because yeah, it's just funky reading, and yeah, I'm not really trying to bust your guys' balls, to be honest with you. So you guys are in your little protective bubble. Um, to use my tower. You guys don't seem to have any interactions throughout the night. You're able to get a long rest. Excuse me, throughout the day. It's a very hot day, but you are able to get some rest. What do you wish to do on your second evening of plaguery?
I do think it's important to do some surveillance to see if the camp movements have changed since we started messing with them.
Well, we did an 8-hour long rest, so you got 4 more hours. I assume we're still daylight.
Yeah. It's kind of like 5 or 6 o'clock. Don't everybody speak at once now.
I vote some minor mischief. Steal people's stuff. Hide it. Like, don't keep it, but just steal it and then put it in somebody else's bag. Maybe I don't know. Piss in somebody's bed sheets. Just get creative.
I agree with this. I think the goal here is to sow discord. So, like, yeah, mixing stuff up is a great way to do that.
Interesting.
It's too bad we don't have, like, itching powder. Because, that could be super annoying if it's in their bed sheets.
You do have a range of 300 feet with the insect plague.
Dude, please.
Well, I'm more saying for the argument of you probably don't need the carpet.
Well, at least
How many fleas can you conjure in your 300?
Why don't you do?
You get a 20-foot radius.
Da, 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 da. What? One of CR2, two of CR1, four of CR1 half, or eight of CR1 quarter.
I hate
I
all
feel
of
like
you.
we should wait on that one only because then it becomes obvious. Like right now we're doing subterfuge shenanigans.
What if we?
What's something that we would expect to see in the desert though? Like you mean like what can we summon that's in the desert that could cause mischief? Like camels.
A desert
I don't know.
whale.
You know what I mean? Scorpions.
Whale.
Fine. I'm just saying right now we don't want to be like totally obvious. So whales are for like before we attack.
But yeah, like
Whales are kind of awesome because it's like spitting in the face of the god of the sea.
so. I just kind of just looked up this. Parties.
But it took a lot of them.
Yeah, with some really big harpoons. And also, some of them even use the help of killer whales.
There's a whole book just about trying to get one whale.
I think that was more of a metaphor, though.
I still
Both.
CR10, CR6. Crazy.
Listen, go jump in the water, go fight a whale. Let me know how it works out.
Yeah, go stab a whale with a knife and go see how that works out.
So the whale idea is out.
Pigs.
I mean, I like the idea of dropping a whale on the camp, but that does sort of give it
Tony?
away.
It does. A little bit.
Like Eric gets biggest low fun.
I think any large animal falling out of the sky, even if it's from the desert, they're probably going to question it. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point, like, what are you gonna do about it? You got a pig corpse.
I'm gonna say though, I think goal for today. I think
Corpse on.
goal. I think goal for today. Subterfuge. Switch some stuff about. You know, kill someone's stuff, cause discord.
I
When we're ready to
really,
attack, that's when we cause chaos.
I really don't want to.
I mean,
Yes.
an Allosaurus is technically a 2CR beast.
Yeah, and I still think that's like a right before we attack thing. And
No,
there's
I'm
no
not.
option.
I'm just looking at what the 2CR beasts are.
There's a limit. We've all seen the commoner Gatling gun.
Railgun.
Yes. Thank you.
Speaking of,
Mm. An adult Allosaurus weighs 33, or was estimated to weigh between 3,100 and 4,400 pounds.
I could also do a giant constrictor snake.
I think
Blue whale weighs 290,000 pounds on the low end.
Okay,
Yeah.
we announce our presence by summoning a blue. Oh, that could be difficult because then we'd have to carve into a blue whale to get around the camp. You just
I mean, you know that symptoms don't show for 48 hours, right? Like, we went over this a long time ago.
if you really want to add more, just hook a finger. You don't need to drop trowel.
Yeah, you
Just do
definitely
an
don't
oil
want to
check.
drop top.
Just wipe off your dipstick in somebody's lunch. I'm dying over here.
Um, actually, no. Yo, my whole fantasy grounds went real funky. I can't even read anything on the screen right now.
And
Oh.
it just
Yeah, that's right.
And that's all she wrote.
Would you summon it while up high, and then gravity does the rest?
Yeah, a whale is too high CR of a creature for me to summon.
What about a smaller whale? I mean, 290,000 pounds. Okay, that would be an A-bomb. But maybe like 100,000?
Hello, hello. Now, sorry for the break.
Um, did you figure out what day 2 of the plague was going to be, or if it was just going to be watching, or what?
Just we are live again.
Theft and shenanigans. Go steal somebody's diary and put it on somebody's bed or bunk. Rifle through the leader's tent to make it look like somebody was trying to actually just steal stuff from the leader and then put it in somebody else's bag. Get them in trouble.
Made straight.
Also, as far as we know from Theo's surveillance, the leader never left their tent.
Is this true?
Go ahead and
Oh, yeah?
Okay, so you're going to use your cloak or not? Okay, you have 1 hour for shenanigans. Go ahead and give me a stealth check for entering the camp. Give me a perception check. Okay. As you walk into the camp, go ahead and move yourself to the first row, further forward. I guess the top row. You see Zeta and what appears to be 2 higher ranking mages and a group of black guards heading into the tower. Oh yeah, to the telepathic one, yes.
If she's going, they must be close.
And plus, once she's
I think we. Or, hmm. I mean, at this point, the question is, do we wait for their diseases to settle in, or do we let them enter the temple and then swoop up and kind of clean up the reserves?
I think letting them enter and then swooping up the reserves isn't a bad plan. But the issue is if they can go out a different way, then we're in a lot of trouble.
Sure, you guys haven't looked for any other towers sticking out of the temple.
Oh, you have the thing on it to block your mind. Excuse me. Can't allow you to disrupt the I'm speaking. I made you 10. All that you are has sprung
Theo, you watch as they disappear inside of the tower.
now. Your insubordination has clenched them into fists. Now you'll pay. Chaozu paralyzed them both.
I want to.
Chaozu. Master, me.
Okay, stealth check for the exit.
Come here. Are you dare defy me? So
And you make it out successfully.
then you too can share in tears.
So no mischief managed tonight. What do you guys wish to do?
I mean, the longer we give them, the more chance they have to find it, but also the more chance they have to get sick.
People are thirsty in the desert.
Explanation for what you just got. Question no mastership. Forsaking my master.
So wait.
Me now is this
Are you waiting?
Um,
Earliest onset for the E. coli and everything would be tomorrow. The end of the day. Night.
let's see.
As long as we don't cause any mischief, they're going to return, and it will take time for them to pack. So waiting is not the end of the world.
No,
Literally.
but
I have a bad.
They would have a ring of wishes.
if they find it, yeah.
Correct.
Would a saber-toothed tiger be out of place in this desert?
Yeah.
How about a rhino?
And the answer is yes. Well, then I guess, guys, we have to make a move. The group is kind of split, so.
See, my idea was essentially, if we were still gonna leave them, I could still summon an animal or two and just send it in to kind of rough up their camp a little bit. That's
If I can
that's
get to
my
the tower
intention.
safely, I can cast that spell. That only takes a minute, and that will give us, like, they won't be able to get past me. The only downside is I have to stay there.
Pretty minor downside. Or
See,
pretty huge.
but yeah, that was also my intention with like sending in a couple animals or animal in front of us to just kind of like stir them up and get them, I don't know, discombobulated a little bit. Have them focusing on something, and we can kind of waltz by or go clean up the fucking mess.
Makes sense. At the very least, it'll get them off their feet.
And if I stay with the little monsters and do some chaos, and then dimension door over to the, they're not going to know where I dimension door over, and it will cause quite a distraction.
Yeah. So my original plan was like, if we were gonna wait, try to find an animal that would be somewhat native to the desert, so they're not expecting like a magic user. But if we're going in right behind them, then I don't think it really matters, and we just summon the thing that can cause the most chaos.
Vipers, if we want to be a little subtle.
Giant wasps.
Ooh, that's mean.
I'd allow that. I think that would be, feasible.
Ah, not just one, but four. Or
Okay.
eight giant centipedes.
Creepy and weird.
How giant is giant?
And I think the noise is what makes the wasp successful, you know? Bzzz.
How long does it take to cast Insect Plague? I like how the giant wasp, it doesn't actually tell you its size.
Yeah, I know. I was just looking at it.
Yeah, it's only an action, so.
Oh, for conjure animals? Yeah.
Oh, and Insect Plague.
Oh.
So what are we summoning?
I guess 4 giant wasps that fits thematically with the insect plague.
Okay, and how are they coming in? What's your approach? What's the game plan here?
I'm gonna tell the giant wasps to spread out in like an arch formation and come in kind of like. Oh damn it! That's what I wanted.
Can you summon them inside of a tent? Like, say, one where people are sleeping?
I don't think so. My range on it has to be somewhere I can see. Yeah, somewhere. You're good. Somewhere I can see within 60 feet.
Hey, DM, can you reshare the map, Ron? I got booted and just got back in. Thank you very much.
No problem.
That's weird.
What's that?
I'm trying to use the drawing tool to make like a curved line, but it's not working.
I don't know, they changed
But-
a lot. So I put your wasp down. Oh wait, are you summoning as Eric? Jeff, are you still there? Are you summoning as Eric?
Phone thing, sorry. Yes, that's why I'm not trying to do it as we're already like up in the camp. I'm trying to do it where we're still like approaching before we get there. Summon the wasps and then have them spread out in like semicircle, like on our side of this green circle. So that way they kind of come in at different angles, and then fucking Holman can send the plague in following the wasps, and it's like, oh my god, they're the fucking harbingers.
Fair enough. Yeah, I was going to mention that they have dug out like a trough that they are using that's on the northeast end of the map. Not on this actual map, but that is where their latrines are. seems relevant. I didn't think it would be, but it became relevant. Jeff, are you able to move the wasps on your own?
They have their own turn, but they act as a singular turn for all four.
Oh, no, I mean the tokens, the ones I put on the map. Where did yours go?
I don't even see them.
They should be visible. You don't have dark vision, do you?
No. I think
Oh,
that's
okay.
right.
They have a ping mode. Sorry, they updated a lot of stuff on the top of the screen there. If you look at the top right of the map, there's like a whole bunch more options there you can use to select stuff rather than just using the mouse.
Interesting.
And I can clear death markers now, so that I don't have to keep like stacking bloody smears on shit. I'm just gonna give you a light for now, Jess, so you can see. And did that work? Can you see around you right now?
Nope.
Okay. Not sure why it's not working. Let's see. Okay. Screw it. Can you see them now, Jeff? Phone. Can anybody move the wasp tokens?
I can't.
Well, shit. Okay. Well, Jeff, your phone, I think, did the thing again, but if you can mark where you would like the tokens to be, or ping.
Yeah, I think that looks good.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you able to summon them at that distance, or what's your range there? 300 feet? Nope, that's not the right spell. That's for
30 feet. No, but like I said, I wanted to summon them where we were and then have them spread out, like fan out. So
yeah. So you're gonna have to put them like on the outer perimeter of where the guards are, because the guards are gonna react before they get to that point.
okie dokie. Then let's say here,
Well,
here.
more like they are buzzy boys, big buzzy boys, so they are going to be heard, and the guards are going to react further out, just like outside of their perimeter. Does that work?
Yeah, sure.
And how far out are you, boys and girls? I think we actually have an all-male party at the point in this moment, right? Lilo, girl?
I don't have the map, so I was just chilling.
Why wouldn't you say something?
You guys were settling up the newt and the wasps and stuff, and I figured eventually we'd get around to everything.
The ping mode's kind of a cool effect.
Yeah,
Right?
Corin would like to be a little off map. Just a little bit off map of where he is, like 50 feet.
So you're 50 feet back or you're 50 feet up, Corin?
Back.
Okay. Yif, you're gonna lose a turn, or Eric's gonna lose a turn getting back into the suit.
Yep.
So I guess I was asking, are you guys like 250 feet back from the wasp? You 300 feet back? Like, you have pretty good range to play with at this point.
I would say probably like 100, 150.
Okay. So basically just calculate how long it's going to take you guys to cover that distance. Everybody roll for initiative, though. So we can see how the waspy boys do distracting our guard friends. They do have 50 feet a turn, though.
Play.
I don't know why, but I don't have control of my character.
Let's fix that.
And for the waspy boys, I'm just gonna roll a d20 plus 2.
It says you do.
Do you want
Does he have to make a roll? Oh, for damage? Where are you casting it?
pink circle?
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are about 150 feet back. Yeah, you're well within range. Go ahead and target the proper targets and make your rolls. Why did that go so slowly? Hopefully that doesn't screw up the damage rolls.
They all fail.
Alright, fair enough. So, yeah, they know you're there now. It's a lot of rolls. Holman, you just totally checked out, huh?
Omelette de fromage. Did we
Okay.
bond?
Jeff, how much ground can you cover in one turn?
120. Actually, technically, I can cover 165.
That's absurd. Are you going to cover the 120 or the 165?
Well, 60 on the carpet, dash 120, and if I get off and move myself, I have 45 feet.
Chew. But then,
And then technically, even if I dashed after that, so I could move up to like 210.
yes, but how much are you going to choose to remove this turn?
Yeah.
You guys are
Well, they
150
know-
feet back, so you're obviously not on the map currently.
Yeah. I'll move up 80 feet
Okay.
to get
Anything else?
to assume I would approximate like here.
Well, you're 150 behind the wasp, right?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Be generous and say you're behind the front wasp, so you'd be about at the end of that arrow.
That's 70, but yeah.
Yeah, if you cover 80 and it's 150 feet back, it'd be 70. So
Oh,
it'd be
yeah,
30
yeah.
feet back.
No, I got you. Um, yeah, we'll go about there, so we're not going too far ahead of the party.
Okay. Do you wish to do anything from there?
Um,
120 feet from that guard.
mm,
120 feet from the other guard. You are splitting them right up the middle.
I don't think my crossbow has that much range. Um, you said they know we're here now, right? Those could come from the desert.
The wasp is more believable than the insect plague sprung out of nowhere. Hold on.
All right. What?
Just 1 sec. There are no notes on the giant wasp. I'm just curious now.
As to what?
Environment.
Oh, yeah. That's weird. That's weird.
What's weird?
Oh, now it's working. That was weird. I don't know. It wasn't letting me type in my ammo amounts.
Oh. It's having a weird day. Okay. It's not listed as one of the native environments for it, which is fair. But wasps in the desert, not exactly uncommon. So I don't see why, if there was giant wasps, that there wouldn't be a giant type of desert wasp.
It is your
Mhm.
world, so whatever the creator says.
Right. Anyway, there are 4 wasps there now. Theo, it's your turn, I believe.
Wait.
Oh, you found
'Cause
something?
we were still discussing. Yeah, so if they do know we're here, that was my main clarifier.
I would say that a bunch of weird shit's happening, so they're on high alert at the very least.
Okay. I'm gonna move the extra 20 feet to put myself in range of Blackguard 7
Okay.
and shoot him a couple times.
Take aim.
That's Critville.
Um,
He gains an action
Okay,
point,
'cause-
and I hit a wasp.
You trip in the sand as you're running, and you don't fall over, but your stumble causes you to shoot backwards.
I'm not running. I'm on the carpet.
Okay. You lose your balance on the carpet as it kind of wobbles a bit, and you end up shooting kind of behind you. Roll the damage. And let's see. Roll a. Well, hold on. Theo, you are 1. Lilo, you are. Corin 3. Holman 4. Roll a d4 for me, please. GF. You shoot Lilo in the leg, dealing 7 damage.
Every freaking time.
Go ahead with your turn, Jeff.
I'm gonna extra attack, reload, and try to shoot again.
It's highly probable it's not going to go that bad again.
Yeah.
It's a hit.
So we take the
Nice.
plus 5. And then I'll use the extra 20 feet to move back to the same spot. So yeah, I'm back here. And everyone else is behind me.
How did you... Oh no, you dashed with the carpet. You didn't actually dash.
Yeah.
Okay. And now it's Theo's turn. Theo, you are 150 feet back. Dash and cunning action dash. Uh, 80 feet would be where Jeff is currently at. If you move forward 80 feet.
No, I was saying 100.
Oh, okay, so it'd be 10 feet behind that.
70.
Right, so you'd be 10 feet behind where Jeff is at.
Wait, why do you need a double dash for 70 feet?
It's a good question.
Oh, I thought you had 35. That's why. I got 45.
Now you're just showing off. It's got a
Magic
double
carpet.
dash. And I'm gonna go.
You got in and out after seeing it, them enter the temple or the tower. I would say you spent half an hour.
That'll end. I'm gonna move.
And that makes it Lilo's turn. Lilo, you're 150 feet back.
Anyway, I'm just gonna keep trying to keep up with the group because I've only got 30 movement speed, so I fall behind a bit, but I'll keep trying to catch up.
Oh, so how far are you moving forward? 60 feet?
Yes.
I went too far. Okay. A lot of the guards begin running towards the commotion. Um, the insect plague, once it summons them, right?
Happen?
I'm seeing if it can be dispelled. Um, no, once they're summoned, or no, it's a concentration spell up to 10 minutes, so then yeah, it can be dispelled. But he can't cast that, so never mind. And the Cult Mage 3 casts Magic Missile at the Giant Wasp. And Blackguard 8 runs towards the hill. Giant Wasp number 1. Do you have control of them, or do they just go?
They should just go, I believe. Some creatures are friendly to you. Roll initiative for them as a group. They obey any verbal commands I issue.
Giant Wasp number 1 goes after Blackguard 7.
Yeah, I'm not telling him specifics. I'm just like, just cause chaos, take these guys down.
Unless three can actually make it.
Corral them if you can.
And he succeeds on his constitution check.
Damn. He still takes poison damage.
Mm-hmm. Half as much, though.
Yeah.
Then Wasp 4 goes after Colt Mage 3. And missed. Why do you have disadvantage? It shouldn't have had disadvantage. What did it drop? It dropped to 15. Okay, I'm gonna do a roll again. Oh, he has disadvantage because he's dead. I didn't realize the magic missile killed him. Poor guy.
Yeah, I guess death would make things harder to do.
Yeah, it would be a slight disadvantage.
I feel like this event.
It
Yeah,
is. I mean, there's
very generous.
It barely killed him, too.
Yeah, like just enough. And you see Cult Fanatic cast Shield of Faith on himself. Hang on, sorry. Lauren, you're up.
sweet. So Corn's gonna jump into the air, and he's gonna fly up. He's going to use his action to dash and fly 100 feet straight up in the air. His movement speed for flying is 50 foot. And yeah, it's gonna be his turn right now.
So you're 150 feet back and 50 feet in the air?
100 feet in the air.
Oh, right, because you were already 50 feet in the air.
Well, I dashed to fly up 50 feet, 50 feet.
True.
But yeah.
Okay. And mages are running into the Blackguard 2 gets the hell out of the insect plague. Mag 4 is so far out of it, he's just trying to figure out what the hell is happening. Not everybody is just trying to avoid the insect plague. They're just kind of like, fuck that. And the only guards not leaving their posts are the ones guarding the tower. Guard 7 goes to strike down some of the wasps. He hits with his first blow. And kills giant wasp number 1. Hits with his second strike. And damages giant wasp number 2. And he misses terribly against the last shot. Almond, we will get to you someday. Hold Mage 1 barely makes it out of the insect plague and is disoriented. Almond, it's your turn.
Nighttime.
Yeah, actually.
Is dawn concentration as well? No, for sure. I just didn't know if they were both.
Just a giant pillar of light.
Further right. Yeah.
That's good.
The same people who just got crushed with an insect plague stumble out only to get blasted with a massive beam of light.
Omen may not be able to cover ground very fast with his feet, but he can cover ground very fast with
Oh
his
yeah,
spell.
what's your range? You're 150 feet away.
I think Dawn's like 200 feet.
I think so. which you can run forward, 35 feet, and then you'd be in range. Well, 25 feet a turn, right?
Yeah, sure.
Should Lilo and you should dimension door into the combat.
Or we
That's-
can deploy Holman by sweeping in with a carpet and dropping him off. I was thinking more like a graceful, you just like jump off the side while it's flying low, but we could throw you.
I mean, we could.
I don't think it'd be very graceful.
Fastball special.
Okay, you are 30 feet back of that 70 feet. And that brings us to the next round. Do you guys wish to continue combat, or should we call it here? We're going to be at about 15-20 minutes a round, so end it here or do one more round.
I have time
Good
for one more
evening.
round.
All right. You're my primary concern, Corin. You do have a different time schedule.
Thank you. I feel special.
Jeff,
I suppose. Yeah. But I also don't want us to get AoE'd.
having 2 flyers does help with that.
Yeah, it does. So I'll use 30 to go pick up Holman.
Okay, Pullman. Give me a dexterity check for jumping on the carpet. You know what? Make it an athletics check or athletics check, yeah, or acrobatics.
You're being generous today, dear.
Yeah. You go back to pick him up, but Holman is not able to jump on the carpet very quickly. It costs you an action to get onto the carpet, or it costs Jeff an action to get you onto the carpet, Holman.
Motherfucker.
Okay, but he is on the carpet now.
Which halves my movement speed, so I have 15 left.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15, we'll say. And then we're gonna dash. And
I'm gonna get another 20 feet. 25 feet?
Huh? 30.
Oh, is the carpet 60?
Yeah. Yep.
Fair enough. Okay.
So I'm gonna go and drop home
Wait,
and
hold
off
on. How
like
did
that.
you dash? Can you dash as a bonus action?
Oh yeah, you said it was an action.
Yeah.
Never mind, I won't do that. Yeah, I think that's it for me then.
It was very kind of you to go pick up Holman.
I mean, I wanted to kind of like spread us out and fan too, so I'm probably gonna go try and pick up Lilo. But Lilo can also move a bit faster.
And that's a crit.
Wow,
Wow to what?
17 miss.
Yeah, the black guards are no joke.
Yeah, I remember, but I thought the last ones we fought were 17.
Sorry, 1 second. Nope. Close though. If I were to guess. It's a whole lot of dashing right now. Theo. Yes.
Roll for that.
Probably, yeah. Is a hit. It's a kill.
Go for the mages. That was just a general thought to the party.
And that brings up Lilo. You guys actually have like telepathic communication, so you actually can like that's completely within the game to do those. Zelo, you are up. Holman just got dragged onto the carpet and they left you in the dust. It's your turn.
I'm gonna use Dimension Door, and I'm gonna pop over here. No, I just want to check something. Hold up. What is my distance from these guys? Because that might be too close. Oh, I hate this. Come on. What does that even say? Hold up.
Corin, you're in the air, correct?
Yep, 100 feet up.
Cool. I'm gonna drop Holman like right beneath you.
There.
Oh, but
I'm gonna Dimension Door there. And then that will end my turn. I'm hoping to have done it with
Okay.
some level of stealth.
Give me a stealth check. Reload.
But yeah, especially with Lilo's just movement right there, I think that puts us in a good position to kind of surround a couple of them and kind of like force them into each other and not be so susceptible to like big attacks that will all get hit.
You guys are actually really well spread out right now, honestly. Especially considering Corin's so far back and so high up. Holman, it's your turn. You are on top of the carpet currently.
You can either get off and run or you can wait. Can I get you
Okay.
within 60 feet?
Actually,
What are we doing, Holman?
We're already
I believe
bonded,
so,
though.
yeah. There's no way you can see Lilo right now. Or Corin.
Gotcha.
And that's all for Holman?
Can you prepare movement?
I don't believe so, because it's not an action. I don't know.
I know you can prepare
I have to
dodge
think
and
on
shit.
that.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
I'm not supposed to be able to prepare a spell, honestly. But we've been playing them like that for a long time.
I've always thought it's weird.
Yeah, honestly, me too. That's why I sort of allow it.
You apparently can ready movement, but you can only
Okay.
use what you haven't used already on your previous turn.
Makes sense. Mage 3 turns on a light.
Yeah. Did you do that?
Hear what?
So the argument I was seeing online is that you can ready movement, but does it take an action to ready?
That's a fair question. Technically, readying is an action, but movement is not. So I get the
Right.
counter argument there. Corn, it is your turn.
Orin is going to fly forward 50 feet. I guess that would put him right at the edge of the map.
Not quite.
No. Oh.
You were 150 feet back, so you were 80 feet back of Jeff. So if you move forward 50 feet, you'd be 30 feet behind Jeff.
I will go ahead and dash.
Dash, and then you'll be basically where you are.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
pretty
dash,
much.
but I'm. Yeah, there we go. I'll use my action to dash and go 100 feet.
Okay. Blackguard runs into battle. Honestly, Blackguard 10 has no idea what's going on and run right by Lilo, not seeing her teleport there. Blackguard 2 goes after the wasps. Pretty sure he's dead. No, he survives a critical hit from the Blackguard. Pretty sure that's the second hit that was taken from the glaives, too. But it doesn't survive the third.
Yeah.
And it takes another swipe at the last wasp.
Hey, they did us some work though.
Yeah, honestly, they worked perfectly. They drew people towards them, and they did some damage and took some blows.
Hey Theo, the stream is down. At least on my end.
No,
Did
he's
you ever
lying
put it
for
back
no
there?
reason.
Oh yeah, it was my end.
What's he after? I understand taking the Dragon Ball, but my Steel
Okay, let's see. Mr. Theo is not visible,
Wait a minute.
and Corin's way up.
Radars, balls, what's that got to do with anything? Goku, what are you getting yourself into?
Card 6 goes to check on the wasp. And Card 7 goes to finish the wasp.
For one wish, I'd like to found them back. It's marvelous. For leaders like us, all you need
And with a crushing blow, the final wasp is taken down. Blackguard 7 needs a moment to figure out what the hell just happened. Theo, give me a acrobatics check to avoid Blackguard 8 as he runs towards the light, essentially. Yeah. Blackguard 8 goes stumbling into the invisible Theo. You both go falling prone to the ground. I honestly didn't do that on purpose. I realized as I was counting out the movement. And he takes an unarmed strike at you just out of confusion and what the hell just happened. All this chaos, and he's tripping on invisible objects. And he just punches the ground. Yef, you are up first. Actually, I think it's a good time to call it. It's almost 5 now.